Now, I don't want to get into the business of teaching anti-narcissistic powers, um, though I have gained some. And I have become the hunter of the hunter in the woods, and have been oh so careful to make sure that I don't become the monster that hunts the monster in the woods. Because once you learn the narcissist's tricks, you must be careful not to become the narcissist. But that's actually really easy. So here's a trick that everybody's going to want to learn, alright? Because it's really just fun, and it's really fun if you have, like, severe ADHD. If you're, like, one of those creative types. Have a conversation with somebody in your head. And imagine how it would look like in real life. Now, here's how you really do it. You list it, right? And you put it in, like, groups, like, folders, all right? You could put everything in bad behavior, all right? These are things that are going to, they're not going to make you many friends to talk like. Like, if you constantly look at your husband and you go, oh, you are so stupid. You can't even figure out how to get onto YouTube without getting onto Google. That's just... And I mean, it's different than, like, lightly joshing your husband. Like, what are you, a 70-year-old man? You're Googling Google. All right. You do you, man. You got this. That's how you get to YouTube. That's how you get to YouTube. That's normal for you, you know? But, like, you know, that's your bad list. That's your list of things that are going to be, they're not going to make the other person on the other end feel better about themselves. All right? Now, my husband, he is the kind of guy who Googles YouTube to get to YouTube. He's not a 70-year-old man. He's 38. 1 whole year older than me. All right? And, you know, he's actually very smart. He's taking psychology at the university, you know, and I guess you could call him a mature student for that. And he's a really good guy, upstanding guy. All right? So, you know, these are conversations you have in your head. You call those the bad ones. You don't actually do those things. Because if you did those things, you're going to be an asshole and probably be considered very narcissistic. Other things is, like, how do you approach people in the wild? Well, generally speaking, any conversation you're thinking of having with a person in the wild, you probably shouldn't have with them in the wild. And I mean, an infinite number of conversations. You can have conversations with people in the wild, but know that you should be very careful when you do that. Because there's going to be a lot of people there's going to be people in the wild who actually are narcissistic, and they're going to take any good conversation from you and make it like you were having a bad conversation. They are narcissists. Every conversation they have with you is going to be a bad conversation because they've done it all in their head and they figured out how to have the best emotional output for whatever input you give them. And all of their emotional input to you is going to be negative. They will literally call the cops on you for looking at their children because you said the mother has nice hair or the father picked a really good haircut. This is the narcissist in itself, the devil in a trait. Okay? They find things in their own head to say about you that aren't true. The narcissist is a liar. 1,000,000,000% a liar. And they lie to themselves. They severely lie to themselves. They trick themselves into believing it's true. This is different than from schizophrenia, where the person's brain tricks them into thinking that they're actually hearing something or seeing something when they're not. The narcissist knows what they are saying is not true, but they tell themselves it is true. They enforce that it is true. And again, this is not like DID, where trauma has created pathways and stuff like that, where personalities and constructs have formed to construct forms of yourself to create better situations in ID. I have the idea, okay? And actually, my DID, upon realizing I had so many covert narcissists coming after me, created a chat GPT to deal with them. So, if you ever see me talking very dryly to people, and almost like I'm generating every response in my head like I'm chat GPT, it's because that person's probably a narcissist, and I don't actually want to talk to them. So I'm not. I'm letting ChatGPT talk to them. I'm imagining myself as ChatGPT, and that's who's talking to them. I've left the building. And you know what? Sometimes I just like talking like ChatGPT. There's the other thing, so do be careful on that. Don't just assume. That's the narcissist path. Okay, don't ever just assume with me. You can think subliminally with me, because I'm really good at a mean game of mental gymnastics. All right, I'm really good at universal chess. Okay, I love playing mental gymnastics, and I love playing universal chess. What I do not love is arguments. I hate arguments. I dislike being argued with. And I'm not talking like an argument like, do you know what? I think your speculative science is wrong because it implies that it's true. In which I would say to them, no, speculative science implies that it is true, in the fact that it implies that it is also probably wrong. Speculative science, all right, is the idea that you take something, an idea. It's like, what is in my hand right now? Whatever you guess, that's a speculation, okay? Now, you could speculate what's actually in my hand right now. Air. And probably bacteria and stuff like that. They're supposed to be on your skin, by the way. Keep them on your skin. Wash your hands, yes. But don't wash them so much that they're burning off all the good bacteria as well. You need some good bacteria. It keeps you from getting sick. There's a biology thing on it. I can't remember what it is, but it basically means that the human body is meant to have so much bacteria on it that it's impossible for any of the bad bacteria to get through the door, because all the other bacteria is basically got a literal army on your skin. So, you know. Anyways, it was a Pokeball. Pokeball was in my hand. That's speculation, all right? So when you're speculating, when you're making speculative science, you're taking something in your head, all right? And you're saying, I am going to imagine that this is true for a moment, okay? Until it's proven false. This is an imaginary speculation. We don't know if it's true or false yet. Nobody knows if it's true or false yet. So this could be true. This could be false. This is speculative science. I am speculating that dark matter could actually be the leftover black holes from another universe, from previous universes. And the amount of dark matter we see present in our universe is the amount of the age, the complete age of a cyclical universe. And dark matter, in fact, proves we live in a cyclical universe. And so, that would also prove multiversal universe, because the older a cyclical universe is, the more eldritch black holes they'll have, and which means the more likely they will be surrounded by a bubble of black holes, to the point that the black holes start forming into new black holes. They absorb into each other. And this is when you start getting new universes, because matter starts correlating around these anchors of primordial black holes and blah blah blah. That is a speculative science. Okay. So that's not an argument. That's two people talking. All right. One person has taken to me and say, "Well, I think you're wrong about this." And I say, "Well, you can say that. That's a fair opinion, but speculative science is not real or false. It's not reality, and it's not fiction, because it's neither true nor false. It is a speculation. And from speculation, we get hypothesis. And from hypothesis, we get theory. And when we get to theory, that's proven. Every theory is proven. The theory of gender, proven. The theory of gravity, proven. The theory of life in the universe, definitely proven. The theory of the universe, proven. The theory of physics, proven, needs some work. The theory of astrophysics, proven, needs some work. The theory of mathematics, proven, needs some work. Science needs some refinement, but everything in it is proven. Always. Okay? The theory of gender is biologically proven. Okay? The theory of sexuality is biologically proven. The theory of humans existing on this planet is biologically proven. These are not hypotheses anymore. They are theories. Theory means it is proven. 100% without a doubt. So that's an argument. I'm making an argument. But this is an intellectual argument. It's not a, I'm angry at you, Susan, because you said trans people are pedophiles. By the way, Susan, I am angry at you for saying that. And I don't want to talk to you. Because you're a narcissist as well. And you're a liar. And you're a terrible person all around to hang around with. And you make me look bad when I go near you. So I don't like hanging around with you. By the way, that's not an argument either. That's setting a boundary. Okay? That's setting a boundary. I don't want to hang around with this group of people because I don't like them. No. You know what? I am being prejudiced. I am being biased. I don't like you. You're an all-around bad person. You make people feel bad about themselves because you can and because you want to. You are the ultimate narcissist. I am discriminating against you because you are a narcissist who is mean. You are rude. You hurt people for a living. You make people not like themselves. And when things don't go your way, you throw a fit. And if you can't make the other person throw the fit so you feel better, you really throw a fit. You find ways to make them throw a fit. That's why I don't hang around with you, Susan. Now, in this construct, Susan's not a real person, okay? Well, there's real people named Susan. And there's real Susans out there. And a lot of narcissists really are transphobic and homophobic and all of that. And in reality, I don't hang out with those people. I find if you hang out in a pile of shit, you're going to smell like shit yourself. So, here's the deal. The difference between mental gymnastics, like a mean game of mental gymnastics, and universal chess is very simple. There's one rule. Like, there's one ring that rules them all, okay? Like this. The OK symbol is apparently, some people have been saying it's not liked anymore, so I've been trying to find a different symbol. So there's, like, way of saying a ring. So, like, there's one ring to rule them all, right? Like, you know, this is a ring. You know? It's the ring around my unicorn horn on my head. You know? There's one rule to rule them all. One ring to rule them all, okay? One thought approach to rule them all. In mental gymnastics, universal chess, whatever you want to call it. If you're having a conversation with somebody, and you're trying out some of those conversations you really, really wanted to try with them, right? Don't throw a fit if it doesn't grow your way. Like, if it doesn't go the way you wanted it to. Let's give an example. Let's say, for some lucky-ass reason, I actually get to hang out with Adam Savage in his shop one day while we work on some things. I don't know, maybe the quantum accelerator I had my brain on a while back. Or like an ultra ball for me. Or my omni ball that I've been designing in my head for kicks, shits, and giggles. And I'm like, you know, hey Jamie, or hey Adam. Remember that time you were doing the live stream and a pen suddenly flew off the thing? And you would look at me and go, no, not really. I was like, well, that was me. It was my telekinesis. And he was like, huh. Get it? That's one way it might go. All right? That's one way it might go. Or I could go with, oh, that was you. That makes so much sense now, actually. Telekinetics. It's always the telekinetics. When things are going awry in your shop, it's usually a telekinetic playing a prank on you. You probably go, makes so much sense. And he's not making fun of you. He's just playing along, okay? He wouldn't be making fun of me in that scene. He's playing along. He knows I'm shitting him. I'm pulling his leg. It's a role play. It's just improv. He knows I'm an improviser because, I'll be honest, if I'm ever hanging out with Adam Savage in his shop and we're working on some shit I'm making, he's probably looked at the shit I put up on YouTube or something, or knows about me way more than my YouTube could ever cover now. Like, I'm way bigger than YouTube at that point. I'm betting, okay? So he's probably just like, whatever, improv artist, just play along. As long as we're getting the shit done, it's fine, you know? But, you know. But if also it went like, yeah, Pix, I get what you're doing. It's really cool, but I don't want to do that. I'd be like, okay, that is fair, my dude. Improv is not for everyone right now. You know? Improv everywhere, not everybody's thing. You know? We all have to do our real world shit too, you know? You know, I get it. And yeah, you know, that's the point. You've just got to really, really understand that things in your head never actually always go the way you expected them in real life. In fact, by the way, your realest best friends really are the people that no matter how long you've known them for, when you imagine conversations in your head, when you imagine arguments in your head, the only way they seem to go is in the way you didn't expect. Because they've been having those conversations with you in your head. So they got you figured out as much as you've got them figured out. They're in sync with you as much as you are with them. So when you get into the real world conversation with them, and you really do those things, they've already got their options keyed in. And they're going to be different than the options you picked for them because they are different people. You're not, at this point in time, you are not losing at the mental gymnastics or the universal chess. You're winning. You're winning because you're tying. Between two people, you are having a really in-depth conversation. And you are taking that conversation to your grave, and it'll be something you remember on your when you're in the last moments of your life. You know, the last seconds before you take the ninth Alta second challenge plunge, as I think Mr. Sir Dr. Stephen King calls it, the second before death. That's my own area of ideas. Now, as I said, this is the difference between narcissism and having friendly banter inside your head. This is what mental gymnastics really is. Friendly banter inside your head. Now, you might be thinking, well, if you can just imagine every conversation, why don't you just have those conversations in your head and leave all of us the rest alone? Well, here's the deal. Narcissistic viewer. If you have all the conversations inside your head and you never go outside, you're going to be a very lonely person. Not to mention, the conversations all up in your head are not real. And if you treat them like they are real, then they are going to become very dangerous. The problem with narcissism is that they treat every conversation, everything, and every idea that they have inside their head as if it's absolutely real and not in any way false. When you are dealing with the false ego, sir and or ma'am, you damn well know you leave it at the door. So as much as you think the conversation is going to go that way, it is never going to go that way. And you should never ever try to make it go that way. Go outside and make some real friends. Oh, and while we're on it, when those real friends don't have conversations the way you are wanting, or they give you a compliment, it is just a compliment. Nobody wants to fuck you and or your children. Or your husband. Y'all butt fuck ugly. Now that is me being mean. Now if you want to know what me being really mean is, you'll come to my door and say that bullshit. Because I will really whoop your ass with the mental gymnastics then, buddy. Because I can smell you a mile away. Your shit smells of kerosene and gasoline. And I know where you're coming from. As the Wu-Tang Clan had said in the past, you are nothing more than some rotten ass pork eating motherfuckers. You eat bad pork and you smell of it. You are gasoline and kerosene. You got your hands on the nuke. You are looking for dry tinder and you won't find it here no more. You will not find it here no more. Because this one is done. Okay? Now, you be a good girl or boy, whoever you are, narcissist viewing this channel. And you stop being polite to the people around you. And when things don't go your way, stop throwing a fit. Stop trying to call the police on people. Stop lying about people and stop manipulating people. You want things to go your way and keep going your way? You want to stop losing your little tower that you made, your little hold of life that you have filled, and kill your fucking narcissist, bitch. Because until you put that fucking thing in the grave, it is going to be ruining the fuck out of your life. Any freaking money that you have built up for yourself, it will come crashing down real fast, because people will come out of the woodwork very quickly and figure out the shit that you've been pulling. Do you think you are not leaving a trail of fucking evidence around you? You are leaving a trail of fucking evidence. And the people you think you have brainwashed, they have not been brainwashed. They are not fools. In fact, they could smell the kerosene on you and gasoline on you a mile away. You want to have actual friends. You want to have actual money that you yourself have earned and never are going to lose. And you let go of your goddamn narcissistic behavior. And you can. Yes, you can change. If I can change into the form of the narcissist, you can change into the form of the narcissist. Lose your narcissistic behavior? Oh, and some of you might want to get a lawyer, because I'm afraid to tell you this. Your narcissistic behavior has already got you in trouble. The evidence is already there. It's in the court law waiting for you. So you're going to get your ass kicked by the judicial system. You have given so much in the way of evidence. You called the cops on so many people and on so many children that now when 911 gets your number all up on their boards, they go, don't send this one send this one to Coast. It's a narcissistic Karen from 94 7th. And then they look at you and they say, oh, and if you're one of those narcissists that somehow got yourself in power, you might want to step down. Right now, with that list that just came out, you might want to step down. Oh yeah, I'm playing some nasty gymnastics with you right now, sweetheart, and I'm telling you, you want to step down. Oh, and no, you put that gun down too. You put that gun down too. You do not put that gun to your head, you little narcissistic bitch. You put yourself in this grave. And now you are going to have to work your ass way out of it. Oh, you can work your ass out of it too, honey. You can be a good person if you damn well tried. You just try not to be a good person. You try real hard not to be a good person. I mean, you try harder than others to be a bad person. Your soul is nothing more than a black hole. You're going down. Down, 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 down. With that list that just got opened, a whole lot of you going to be out of government. A whole lot of you going to be fired. Globally. I know what was on that list. I know whose names are on that list. That book belonged to a damn pedophile. So if your name is on that book, is in that address book, here's what I'm going to tell you. You better hope that your name is on that address book for the wrong reasons. And the right reasons. I mean, that is just wrong. Dude. Well, everybody knows that book was a fuck, marry, kill list, so. When a man like that, with money like that, with a narcissistic head like that. And the sad fact was, everybody in his kill list usually was to say people in his fuck, marry list under the age of 18. Now they're in the kill list when they got to 18. And some of them were married to him before they were 18 and are now on the kill list. And some of them are people he tried to shepherd into Hollywood, but some very nice man came up to them and was like, hey, no. This guy is going to offer to guardian you into Hollywood. And I can already tell from your general persona, he is dangerous. I'm going to make you a promise. And you're going to definitely say yes. Don't go with Epstein. I will pick you up. That's a fiction, probably, by the way. Anyways, so I have given you some very nice information on how to deal with the narcissist and a conversation with the narcissist. I just had a conversation with all your narcissists. Now you guys can stay home and imagine that you imagined the rest. Because you have no friends and nobody wants to talk to you. Oh no, I'm not being mean, honey. I'm not bullying you and I'm not slandering you. And if that felt hurtful, it's because it's true. In this case, yes, you really have no friends and really nobody likes you. Because you are mean, you hurt people, and you have fucked up our country. You personally have fucked up our country. You have completely fucked up our country. You have fucked up other people's countries. Your ancestors went to other people's countries, stole them from their country, and then took them to a country that you yourself have stolen. You fucked up this country. And there's going to be a whole lot of people who know this. And they're going to, do you think they're going to vote for you? Do you think they're going to vote for you? Bitch, you kissed their babies. You kissed their babies. Oh, and there's going to be a whole lot of other names in that book that are going to really scare some people. So there's going to be a whole lot of governments with a whole lot of real estate in about, I don't know, 5 weeks. Just start waiting for the fireworks sounds. That's from the ones who realize they're going to jail. They're going from being senators and provincial governors and all of that to going to jail. And you know what happens to people like them in jail? Big Joe, why don't we tell these pedophilic narcissists what is going to happen to them when they get into jail? Well, this is what we like to do to pedophiles and children killers. And people who kill their children and people who rape their children. We shank them, we rape them, and then we shank them again. The guards look the other way, because they know what's going to happen if they get in the way. Then, we let them just survive long enough that they can get medical attention. They stay some time in the ICU, and then they send them back to us. And we do it again. If you're a pedophile, you fucked your own children, you killed your own children, I'll tell you what we do to you. We make sure that your entire jailhouse time is spent in a medical coma in an ICU. And the only time you're awake, you're getting shanked. Slowly and painfully. Medically speaking, okay? It's very difficult to kill a person by stabbing them. This is because the mass of the body is very, very large compared to that of a knife. And there's actually a whole lot of places you can stab a person that are actually not connected to any vital limbs. But you can stab a person just close enough to the vitals that it really fucks them, but doesn't kill them. That's what we do to them. Back to you. Right. So, anyways, y'all going to jail. Good luck. Don't do what Epstein did. Some of you might actually have enough money you can afford a private jail. Like the really swanky-ass private jails. I suggest you go there. Oh, no, don't worry. We don't want your money. We don't want any of it. That's some tainted fucking money, man. You can burn, you know, the private jail can have that money, and they can have you. Thank you. Anyways, this has been a post on mental gymnastics and universal chess. 40 chess fucking sucks. Universal chess is where it's at. You gotta try it. Oh, and Adam Savage. If you ever really did want to hang out with me, I'd like to hang out with you too. Seemed like an actually cool guy. I'm actually a lot less annoying than I look like online. Trust me. Actually, literally a lot nicer. Yeah, I know it's kind of a narcissistic red flag to be trying to sell yourself as a good person. But I've been around so many fucking narcissists, I have to sell myself as a good person because, look, when you've been stuck around pig shit all day, eventually you start to smell like pig shit. So I need a shower, you know? I need a mental fucking shower. That's what happens when you deal with narcissists long enough, is you need to fucking clean your brain of all the bad you had to deal with. You need some stress fucking free life. You know what I mean? And therapy, lots of it. And me, I'm hoping to get into acting. So, you know, directors, I just put my name in one of those fancy places you select actors from. So, you might want to take a look. I mean, yeah, my YouTube is like full of fucking vulgarity. But you know what? You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, man. Oh, yeah. I'm from Jamaica. My family moved there. Bought a big-ass mansion. And told me to start speaking with a freaking Jamaican accent. Said we were black now. I was like, yeah, right. Then they kicked my ass. So, well, I was like, okay. I'm black now. Parents racist. Oh, this is fictional. I never lived in Jamaica. I never had swanky ass parents who decided they were black now and forced their kids to talk with a Jamaican accent. But I would play one on TV. Anyways, or movies. I'd play one in a movie too. Anyways, with that, I'm at 37 minutes, and that's a fucking episode. Have a good day, guys.